You know what time it is, baby? It's Riff of the Week. Yes, ma'am. It's time for Riff of the Week. You love Riff of the Week, don't you? Alright, everybody, we're back here working on the newest Glacial Tomb song, Pale Usurper. And during our last entry in the Riff of the Week series, I walked you through the intro and verse riffs, which of course, in each of those, there are sort of like subsets of riffs. There's a lot going on in this song. Now we're going to keep things moving on, and we're going to dig into the pre-chorus section as well as the first chorus. Now, as with all of these videos, I'm going to do a full speed play along, and then we'll come back and I'll break these riffs down part by part, play them more slowly, and sort of talk you through some of the techniques, some of the quirks contained therein. But the first thing we got to do is we got to hear it up to full speed. Let's go! Alright, so next we have the pre-chorus section, which is actually two different sections. When we were writing the song, we actually called the first part the Megadeth pre-chorus. And the second part, just syncopation. I mean, you can listen to it and sort of understand why. Alright, so coming out of the verse, we then move into this two-part pre-chorus section, or post-verse and pre-chorus. Think about it however you want. Look, it's extreme metal. It doesn't always adhere to the sort of normative songwriting terms. Y'all know that. The part that immediately follows the verse is based around this movable minor dyad. You know, the sort of classic one that we've all learned, you know, from Metallica songs and Slayer songs and stuff like that. So it walks up out of the verse where we have the open low string, and then using our movable minor dyad, we are, and I'll be naming just the fret numbers for the root of the dyad. So it goes open and then 5 to 8. And the riff begins on the 9th fret. So it's moving around from the 9th, the 8th to the 12th, and sometimes the 11th. And what's changing up between each iteration of the riff is the picking pattern, and Mike's drumming changes behind those syncopation shifts each time. So the first one we've got here is 9, 8, 12, 9. A couple of 16th notes there on the 9th and 8th frets. That's what the right channel guitar plays. The left channel guitar goes from 9 to 4, which gives you just this moment of that chord. Nice little bit of movement there. And then for the second iteration, we go so 9, 8, 12, and then yeah, there's a couple of open low strings in there, and then sliding between 11 and 12. And that little is played as one big legato series of notes. Then the third time through, bam ba ba bum bum ba ba bum. The little tag there, the open 12, 13, 16, 13, 12, is preceded by open 12, open. On the fourth time through the riff, it's open 11, open. But the tag is still the same. Then we move into what we called the syncopated pre-chorus section. And this mostly operating in the first 5, 6 frets of the guitar. We start by gradually bending up this low, the lowest note to the first fret on the low string. I'm just bending it slightly. And then punctuating it with a staccato hit on that open low string. 5th fret, 2nd fret, and then there we've got a power chord shape, root and 5th, but played against the open 5th string. And the second half of the riff, instead of bending on the 1st fret, we're bending on the 3rd fret. Bending that 3rd fret up, letting go. 6th fret to open. 4th fret on your 6th string. 3rd fret on your low string. And then we grab another one of these minor dyads. 8th fret on your 5th string. 6th fret on your 4th string. And sliding out. Back to the first one. And then the sort of melodic turnaround into the chorus. An octave shape at the 7th fret on the 6th and 4th strings. And then a, what is that? A minor 6th chord position, 6th fret on your lowest string, 9th fret on your 6th string, and then slide that low note up into a good old-fashioned power chord. So, and that carries us right on into the chorus. And this song, like most of the songs on this record, has a big, epic sounding, God, I hate using the term epic, but, it's a good way to describe it, I suppose. Very grand sounding, grand feeling, hooky chorus. And it is in the key of G. We're playing out of what we consider to be a B position, but again, it's just because we're tuned down, blah, blah, blah. But emphasizing the low note on the detuned 7 string. And most of the notes in the chorus fall squarely in the harmonic minor scale. I'll play very slowly and then talk you through the different sections. So we start with this sort of classic power chord, and then we're going to raise the 5th, which is just moving the 9th fret on your 5th string up to the 10th. And notice that there are 2 open chugs there. So those are open, but then the chug preceding this slide from the 9th to the 6th fret is actually 6th string and not 7th. Then we're going to walk this down in harmonic minor. I mean, I guess technically it's just Aeolian. Start on the 10th fret, and then this triplet 10-9-7 on your 6th string. The B section of the riff doesn't have the 8th note hits there, it's just a quarter note. And there's that flavor for that harmonic minor. There's our raised 7th. Now, both guitars move up a third diatonically, staying in the same key. So whereas before, the channel right guitar went, now it's going again. It's one big hit, and then there's this chord, which is I don't know. So think about it as your well, I mean, I actually do know, but think about it as your sort of traditional power chord shape. Now raise your 5th 2 semitones, 2 frets. So it is ostensibly a major 6, right? It's your boogie woogie kind of chord. So there's your root, there's your 6th, there's your octave, and then slide back down to the 7th fret and hit that octave shape. And then the little tag there. Kind of has a little bit of like a death feel to it, right? 9 to 10, then 11 on your 4th string, back to the 10, then 12 on your 4th string, then 11, and then 8. And then the first chorus ends with this big gnarly section with blast beats. What we're doing, just a diminished 5th shape. You know it, you love it. It's ugly. It's the Black Sabbath chord. Starts on the 2nd fret on your low string, so 2, 3, 4. All right, thank you all so much for hanging out for this installment of Riff of the Week. With our next installment, we will keep trucking along through this song, and we will see how some of the elements that happen early in the song evolve when they come back later. So, hey, I'll see you then. Cheers.